for the third color study, I'm inspired by a little pink today. This is some pink collages I've done recently, and so we're going to do all pinks. I've got Shell, Opera. Shell is Holbein. The rest of these are Daniel Smith. Opera, Quin Rose, Quin Pink. Quin Rose is kind of new to me. Quin Pink, Quin Coral, and Quin Magenta. And it'll be, I think, interesting to see how all 6 pinks stack up to each other. Just for funsies. Probably bring this in a little bit. Just actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move these out of the way. Move this up and drop this a little closer. Okay, let's get painting. This shell pink is very opaque. I'm surprised if we'll get a whole lot of variation in it, but I like to mix with this when I'm doing stuff. It really, it's up there with using like Titan Buff or some other opaque colors that help you mute a color down from its original pigment. But I figured it'd be fun to have it on the pink swatch card. Probably should have done all Quins now that I think about it, but then again, Opera's not a Quin, so I don't know if I have too many other Quin pinks. You know what? I'm going to turn this palette around so the pinks are, I'm not having to cross the camera every time, and the pinks are a little closer to where my water is. Should have thought about that before you started. Yep, should have. I didn't. Alright. I think ultimately I will do a I'm trying to stick to all Daniel Smith products on some of these. Obviously it's an exception here and there, but I think I'll do the I've got some core colors, and then I have those mission colors as well, so I might end up doing some of those. Oh, those are very similar, aren't they? It's hard to get a lot of midtones with this kind of color. And I think you can get like 1, but to get 3 midtones is a stretch. And that's how you know it's probably not a good overall pigment. It's just a good mixing pigment. Because it has that strength and probably just a pale strength. It's like a light switch. It's on or off. Wow, those all look the same. Okay, well, let's do what we've always done, which is let's pull back some pigment. But that's the point of doing this. That's what this is all about. We definitely get a very pale pigment there, which is very nice. I really like that. That's great for any number of things. But these, I wish I could get more midtones on. I'm going to try to pull back some of that pigment. Apologies, I've got a little bit of a frog in my throat this morning. Nothing more fun than listening to somebody clear their throat. Sarcasm. Alright, that's a little better. It just is what it is. Move on. It's an exercise, not a piece of work. Okay, opera. Let's move on to Mr. Bright Boy. He is super obnoxious. That's why they call it opera. Oh my god, that's so in your face. Especially next to the shell pink. Why did I put it here? I don't know. But I did. This is not my idea. Well, these are two mixing colors, right? Okay. All right. There's that rationale. We like that. Do we feel better? No. All right. Let's dull that bad boy down. I'm naming this series Color Study because it is. It's self-explanatory. Wow, so vibrant. It's electric. Yeah, I don't like this next to the shell, but the picture as a whole will probably be fine. And if I really hate it, I can do it again and change the order. Unlikely though. I'd rather explore the colors, so just shut up and deal with it. Okay. It was mid-tony enough? I hope so. We're about to find out. Background sniffles provided by my husband. Wow, these are all feeling very samey again. Am I losing my touch here? I don't know. All right, let's charge this one a bit more. God help me. Let's charge this one a bit more. And then let's offload I didn't finish the square, and now I'm offloading already. Probably not good form. Alright, let's see if we can make this make more sense. Make more of a difference. Pull some of this pigment back again. I don't want to fiddle with it too much because frankly it's just for funsies. Kicks and grins. Alright. One more. Offload. And then, oh wait, I didn't dry the brush first. On. Pay attention. Doesn't do you any good if you go in there with a wet brush. Alright, hopefully That dries down nice in 5 distinct shades. All right, moving on. Quin Rose. Quin Rose. Fairly new to me. Really like it though. I like how warm of a red or warm of a pink it is. I like the shell pink too, because I just like pink and the pale pink. But this is like just a warm pink. Now this full strength is super strong, but we've seen how that works out. And what's fun is to see the midtones, to me, and the washes, when it really washes out. And I mean that in just their general sense, not the technical artist sense of what a wash is. I just mean when you add a lot of water to it and you get a much paler hue. Love that. All right, now let's go one step down. I'm resisting the urge to pick up more pigment. All right, a little pigment for this one. I feel like I skipped right to the lights again. The midtone kind of just went bye-bye. So let's add some more pigment to get the midtone back. Oh, sure, now I get a darker color there. Drat. Sorry, I'll fix it. I feel like my water control is still something I'm working on. See how much water's in here? I just feel like that's just me learning still how much water to pick up, water to pigment ratio to pick up. See, that feels very much like that. Except this is waterier. Say that 10 times fast. All right, well, let's finish this square. Then let's pick some pigment up and put it back. I'm having pigment balance issues this morning. This session is making me prove, do I want it? And the answer is yes. Yes, I do. I'll go back and try to balance that a little better here in a second. See, I think I like Quin Rose better in the super dark than when it's watered down, when it's in a wash. It's to me it's cooler. I know it starts off like as a warm pink, but to me it gets cooler the lighter it gets, which I'm not attracted to cooler colors generically speaking. I usually like warmer colors better. Or I'm drawn to them or whatever. So, all right, I can get happy with that. I can't get over how much water I got sitting here, but it's part of the process. Okay, what's next? That was, oh, did I screw this up? That was Quin Rose? Oh, I may have screwed this up. Well, I can always go back and relabel it if I need to. No, that was Quin Rose. Was it? Yeah. Now this is Quin Pink. Whew. And these pigments all start looking the same because you got Quin Rose here, Quin Pink here. The magenta is kind of obvious because it swatches out really, really blue. A lot of blue in that, but pretty sure that's Quin Rose, and this is Quin Pink. Well, you know what? At the end of the day, unless I pulled it from the tube, I'm having to go on memory, and we're just gonna have to live with it. Right, wrong, and different. Well, that seems like that would be a pink. I recently learned that the Quins, and I have no idea where that word quinacridone stems from. If I was a true art historian, I might go look it up, but I don't really care. I like to know what it is, why, it's less important. That Quins are transparent qualities, or give the paint. It's classified as a Quin if it has a transparent quality. I'm sure there's a pigment in there, or whatever, a binder. I don't even know. What would that... Okay, there I went and said I don't care, and now I'm trying to care. Make up my mind. But if you pick up a quinacridone, just know it's highly transparent. Fun fact that I can't even substantiate. I just heard it somewhere. I couldn't even tell you where I heard it. Probably another YouTuber. Probably Jane Davies. I love her. She's an acrylic artist. And I am not abstract in the least, and that is her forte. But I love, and she's not very talkative on her YouTubes, but I love watching her work. Did I get the same damn pigment again? I did. Golly Pete. Alright, let's start. I feel like I can darken up this lower one though. Really get that super pigmented. Why do I keep picking up water when I'm trying to darken it? I don't know. We're just struggling. We're having a struggle day. But you know what? If you're gonna have an art practice, you do it even on the struggle days. That I didn't know was a struggle day till I started painting. Well, struggle in the sense of trying to get my water balance, my pigment balance right, and but I do like where this is headed. I do like the side-by-side comparisons of these pinks. This is fun. I did it with those greens in that schminky super granulating set, which I challenged the word super. Granulating? Okay. Super? I don't know. But this one. Super granulating. Ish. Anyhow, I do like the, instead of the Orgy Biv color study, I'm enjoying this, you know, 6 pinks. Sure. And then I'm going to do some more. I'm going to do eventually all colors, obviously. Why do 1 or 2 and not do all of them? That would be silly. Okay, that's feeling better. Even though my water's pooling down there. Now let's go for a super, super pale hue here. How pale can we go? How low can we go? Quin Coral. I'm looking forward to that one. That might be one. That and Quin Rose might be two of my favorite pinks, other than the shell. But what's fun is to take the shell and add to these other Quin colors. Oh wow, these are all Quins, 4 of them. Huh. I don't know why I didn't recognize that till just this moment. Well, no, I think I said that in the beginning, or I thought it. And these are kind of 2 mixing colors, and then these are the Quins. And that's a transparent mixing, and that's an opaque mixing. Huh, there you go. It's not because I'm clever, it's just an accident. I promise. What's it Bob Ross says? Happy accidents. This is a great way to start the day, though. I don't care who you are. Get out your paints. Go play in your studio. Even if all you do is tidy it, which sometimes makes you think about things. Brings to light some supplies that you'd forgot you have. Go shopping in your stash, I call it. Okay, Quin Coral. Hello, old friend. This is a very warm pink. Some would argue it's even in the pink range because of its very title. Coral lends itself to be an orange red. But I say, let it be pink. I'll do a red later, and I may include the coral in the red too, just so I can see how it plays alongside the other reds. But with only 6 per card, I'm trying not to over duplicate colors, except where it just makes sense to see what they look like with their peer group. And I think this has a place in this peer group, although it's going to really play as a muddy pink or a browny pink compared to this magenta coming up is going to be really purpley. Quin Magenta is going to be super purple. Super cool compared to what would be better. What would have been better to put shell pink, Quin, and coral, and then start with the cooler pinks together, then do Quin Rose. Okay, and a smart play would be to redo this in that order so that you could see the warm pinks graduate into the cool pinks, but probably won't happen. This is probably it. Quin Coral, where are you? Here you are. I was thinking in terms of this color when I was setting up the palette as to how dark these values would be. That's where my brain went. I don't dislike this. At all. Because frankly, I love pink. I go back to the 1970s with, you know, Holly Hobbie and the ditzy gingham, the ditzy prints, the gingham prints. My mother used to make all of me and my sister's clothes. My sister and I, me and my sister. Oh, don't ask me English right now, grammar. And gingham prints and gingham sundresses and ditzy prints were all, you know, we were just covered in them. It was our standard wardrobe at the time. Because the 70s were about, you know, that prairie girl aesthetic, that Holly Hobbie, sunbonnet girl, Little House on the Prairie, Laura Ingalls Wilder. Yes, I read all the books. Even Strawberry Shortcake in the 80s was a more neon version of that, but I was all about the pinks. I think largely because of that era I grew up in. And that pale pink with the pale green and the little touch of yellow. Yeller. I'm doing a really good job coming back around and making sure all those lines are filled in. My muscle memory isn't there, because my standard plan is to go around it twice so that you get a nice crisp line because of the bumps on the paper. Make it almost impossible to do it with one pass like it would on smooth paper. Because between this being cotton paper, which handles water differently than non-cotton, see that's probably going to dry a little better. This is all jaggedy and waggedy, but you know, it also is, it is what it is. All right, last one, Miss Magenta. You are right here, Miss Bright Thing, and we love you for it. All right, here's the super pigment color. Boom. Here goes that electric quality again. Electric. This is a cute little study. I think turquoise will be next because that's my next favorite color. I've already done green, so pink and green. Duh. Well, technically I didn't do green. I did schminky super granulating green, so I might do a second green, but we'll cross that bridge. Oh, need more pigment. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. When we get through. Wow, too much pigment now. Come on. Need to do some yoga breathing, some balancing here, because we cannot find balance this session. It's a light switch, binary, zeros, ones, on, off. It's either there or it ain't. Yeah, I said it. Sorry, Mama. My mother couldn't stand that word. I was not allowed to use it. I'm sure many of you have the same experience, especially if your parents were teachers like mine were. Or you grew up in the 70s and grammar mattered. Yeah, I said it. Okay, that is highly pigmented, so we're going to alley-oop it over here. Bam, that's better. Too much water, however. Hopefully, as this series continues, my water control will improve. Just like playing an instrument, daily practice makes you better at your craft, or whatever it is you're doing. Too much water. There, I just outlined it and filled it in. I'm not sure that's a good way to do it, but who cares? Who cares? As I mentioned before, I am self-taught. Had some marvelous teachers along the way, but nothing formal. And I don't think you need anything formal. Just do what makes you happy. Oops, I'm off camera, so I'm sorry. Do what makes you happy, and don't, what's that expression? Dance like no one's looking? Paint like nobody's looking. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that. Quin Magenta. Oops. I can't get my situation straight here. We got Quin Magenta, Quin Coral, Quin Rose. Nope, just kidding. Quin Pink, Quin Rose, Opera, and Shell. And that's going to do it for this time. Get out your paints. Put some paint to paper. Even if it's a little scrappy piece like this. I had to figure out which paint was which bucket up here, so I had to just took a little piece of scrap out of my scrap bucket and to try to figure out which one was magenta, rose, and pink. Anyway, that's all for this time. Thanks. See you soon. Bye.